Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Maximum Extreme podcast. My name is Bobby Stryker.
I'm Juliana.
I'm Keeb.
Meow.
Yeah! Boom, boom, boom! Everybody say, way-oh, way-oh!
Yeah.
So you can tell I'm really up to date with current music.
Well, it's our first podcast of 2013. This is crazy.
2013.
Yeah.
So, sorry, we've kept you waiting for like 14 hours.
Yeah, let's move on from that fact.
Oh, yeah, and this is, Yao likes moving on. So let's move on. All right, so this week we're going to be... I haven't done a proper introduction. I'm going to add a bit more. And, yeah.
And what?
And this week we're going to be talking about Cloud Atlas and some other stuff. Yes, you are
Mainly other
you
stuff.
are listening to the Maximum Extreme podcast. I'm gonna have to rearrange the order of that and add that.
You should just record yourself and then splice yourself together.
Actually, that's a good point. I might do that.
This is pretty cool. Just do it like this.
Just leave it like this.
Yeah.
Just leave it out there. Let them know how the sausage is made.
So, how is everyone?
This is it.
How's 2013 been for everyone? Keep. How's it going, man?
It's not bad, you know. So this is what the end of the world looks like. Yeah.
That's a lot of people say we can now put the 2012 movie in the comedy category now.
It was there before, for Pete's
That's
sake.
true.
Come
It
on.
was always in the comedy category. So it's been busy so far. You guys been keeping yourselves busy as well? Silence.
Well,
No,
Well, I thought
don't know who was meant to answer.
Because I've been watching some videos by Juliana recently, so I guess I thought she was
really?
going to talk about those.
Oh, videos
Yeah.
by
Videos.
Juliana.
I know all about gene pockets and stuff like that. It's all cool. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I've just started a YouTube channel, like talking about fashion, and soon I'll be going into beauty stuff with Bobby. I was hoping that you could join me.
Because I've got such amazing style. Jules
but I
had
should
no
probably
choice
style
but
you
to
on
style
the
me.
videos.
I thought you were asking me for style advice.
Yeah. Basically, you're the before, and she wants to give you an after treatment so you look good.
No.
Yeah. That's how it is, Bobby. That's how it is.
That's not the pitch I got. I was told that because of my amazing style that she wanted to rope me into this.
Because of your amazing low standards, she's gonna have to show people what can actually be achieved. Even with a loser
let's
like
face it,
yourself.
Bob. Let's face it, Bob. You're a project.
What do you mean? It's not true.
You're a fixer-upper.
Oh no, she's going to do a before and after photo of me, but I fear there's not going to be any significant improvement. Yeah, that's the concern.
I fear there will be a significant improvement.
Yeah, we'll hide all the flaws.
That's going to be difficult. I mean, you're going to need a Hollywood budget CGI studio to be able to do that kind of stuff.
I agree.
Yeah. Hey, we watched Transporter last night. It's been a while since I've seen it.
One.
Yeah, the first one. It was quite good.
with Shu-Chi
That's a
in
good
it.
film.
Yeah, with Shu-Chi, right?
Yeah, the
the
first one is
actress. And I found out today that they actually made a TV series based on the Transporter.
Joking.
No, it came out last year. Apparently, it's really bad.
Called The Transporter.
Yeah, it's called The Transporter. I think the first
Wow.
episode's on YouTube, so people can check it out if they want to, if they're really depressed and stuff. So Jules, I've been to your new website. It seems pretty cool. The Beauty Encyclopedia.
Yeah, I just started a website.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beauty encyclopedia and a community for women. Yeah, to convene, network, and to share beauty reviews.
So I've been commenting on some of your beauty products,
Thank you.
putting reviews. I don't.
Alright.
Yeah, my
but-
fiance actually went to your page and
It's great.
watched a few of your videos. So I watched some with her, and we really impressed. It's really cool. Yeah,
Really?
loved it.
Ah, that's cool.
I'm really happy because
Yeah.
I'm really mature at making videos. Actually,
Well, it seemed good.
No,
They're
it was
in-
really, I loved it when you were actually doing close-ups and changing camera angles and stuff. I was like thinking a lot of work has gone into this. It looks quite effortless, but I was just thinking a lot of work must have gone into making it look that effortless.
They're in HD as well,
2 days,
so they look
2 days effort.
they look
Yeah.
good. They look good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
For what 2-minute video, right?
2 days for 2 minutes.
Yeah, because I need to like position the angle of the camera. The camera angle has to be accurate,
I
right?
see.
And then I cannot move around too much.
If you had a cameraman, it would be a lot easier for you.
Yeah.
Do you not have a cameraman? Or?
I do. He just told me, okay, if you place a camera here in future, just stand at this position, camera position here. And then you can do it on
So
your
then
own.
subsequently you've been doing
Yeah,
it on your
so-
own. Okay.
Yeah.
But I like it because it's HD. So I've seen
Yeah,
a
he's
couple
been
of,
watching it on his HD TV.
I just
It's so
got this
weird.
crazy new Blu-ray player which has all the smart Blu-ray features, so it can like go on YouTube and all this kind of stuff. So I've been watching the YouTube HD videos and stuff, and I saw a couple of yours, and they look really good in HD and
Thank you.
stuff. So it's pretty.
No, you're a very beautiful lady, Juliana. Very beautiful. I was like, wow.
Beautiful lady.
Yeah, beautiful lady. Yeah, you two are coming to England in May, I hear.
Yay.
Yeah, I heard some guys getting married. I mean,
Yeah, some guy who's got a fiance.
some guy that everyone thought was going to be single forever and die on his own.
Yeah, so did he. He found dead alone in his toilet. yeah. I thought that was going to be my fate too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations, big guy. Yeah, we're gonna be there.
Yeah, congratulations.
And I'm gonna object like at the last minute and stuff.
You do that. Yeah, you do that. Everyone's be like, yeah, I knew they were gay.
It's gonna be
They spent far too much time with each other in university. You knew something was up.
man university. Yeah, I messaged you the last wedding we went to, and how we had to smuggle alcohol in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was let's not get too. It was a religious kind of ceremony where nobody drank there. So me and Bobby we're just denigrates. We brought in some was it vodka?
Yeah,
and stuff?
we bought in a
And-
bottle of vodka. And Yao, Yao's is like supposedly big tough guy. He was during the wedding. I was like, yeah, okay, get the bottle out. We need it. This is a terrible wedding. And Yao was
they
like,
didn't serve
no,
alcohol at
it
the
was
wedding?
a religious type of wedding, so there was no alcohol involved. And so Yao got the bottle of vodka out, and his hands were shaking, and he was pouring the vodka over his hand. And he's like, Bobby,
Yeah.
Bobby,
Yeah.
Bobby, man,
Bobby,
Bobby,
you
man,
know
they're gonna
why?
kill us, Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby, they're gonna see us, they're gonna kill us.
Okay, it was a Muslim wedding.
Oh
yeah?
my God,
I
they
was
are gonna
afraid
kill
I was
you.
gonna end up dead and stuff. It was crazy.
So he was pouring the vodka all over his arm and stuff.
And there was some hardcore people there. It was like some crazy imam and stuff. It was crazy.
So didn't it smell the alcohol?
Yeah, everyone could smell it.
The cool thing was that there was a large contingency of people there who were dying for alcohol. So me and Bobby became the most popular guys at the wedding. Because we were like the alcohol dealers at the wedding. And afterwards, after the wedding, we all went to like the hotel bar, and everyone just dragged there till like early hours in the morning.
Yeah, that was pretty
That was a
crazy.
good
Everyone
wedding.
just rushed to the bar afterwards, didn't they? All
The groom's family, the whole of the groom's family, apart from the groom, went out for, and we just partied with them until like the next morning.
they needed it. They needed it
It's
after
like
that
the
wedding.
Richard Branson story.
Say again?
He like the Richard Branson story.
What Richard
how he
Branson?
started Virgin Airlines.
Why? What happened? I don't know anything.
Yeah,
about it.
because they started it because you guys know the story.
No.
How Virgin started.
No.
Yeah, he started.
never heard it.
Because
It's a record store.
Yeah, he one time. No, yeah, it's a record store too. He does all sorts of things, but one of them is Virgin Airlines.
Yeah.
So one time he actually missed his flight.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone on board couldn't get on the flight, right?
Yeah, okay.
So he went to rent his own private plane, I think, for like a low price, like a few $1,000s.
Okay.
So, and to fly to the destination. But he decided, hey, to like, make this, like, make money out of it, make it really lucrative by, inviting everyone on board and charging them like a nominal fee. So in the end, he earned from it.
Oh, so he had to take a flight, but
He had to take a flight.
but
So
to
he
make
rented
money
a
out of it,
private-
he actually let
No,
other
he didn't
people
make. He
take
didn't
the
want to
flight?
make money out of it. He's fine with it. But in the end, he decided, hey, why don't I just invite everyone on board too, and then charge them a nominal fee?
Oh.
And that's how he started Virgin Airlines. Because in the end, he made a profit.
Oh, that's random.
So I thought like of the wine thing. We could
Yeah, how we
probably,
were
like,
pimping alcohol. We could set up a company to pimp alcohol at religious weddings. That's really bad. All right. So keep. So that's good. I'm glad things are good with you. Yao, I guess you've been busy planning the wedding and stuff, huh?
Yeah, I've been trying to plan a wedding on a low budget, and then my fiance has done some amazing stuff and got like high quality stuff for hardly any money. So I'm basically having a pretty darn cool wedding for very little money.
Is there a theme?
So
Is there a theme?
the theme is Don't know, mate.
Oh my god.
The theme,
Or is it a secret?
The color palette.
I think Yao's revealed himself. He has nothing to do with the wedding, as most men do.
No, dude. I was there wine tasting. I was wine tasting.
Yeah, that's all you were
today.
doing. You were getting drunk.
Yeah, I was tasting wine today.
I'm sure
So
you
we got
were.
an amazing deal with wine from a very big.
Has nothing to do with the wedding.
Yeah, you
And,
went to an independent wine tasting event.
Well, it's a Spanish and Ghanaian thing, so it's going to be a bit mixed. But you'll see, it's going to be just like a. It's not going to be a crazy theme. The theme is everyone we care about together, have fun, and have a bit of alcohol and whatever. But we got to talk later on about the hotel, so you booked the proper hotel and stuff.
All right. Okay, we need to book stuff.
Yeah, business.
We need to book more than the hotel, my friend. Flights and boats. Who knows? Who knows
Well,
what?
hopefully not boats, but yeah.
Canoes to get back into England.
Is an island?
England's an island. Yeah. I've been banned.
And we're going to be in Essex, darling. It's going to be a marriage in Essex.
Yeah, I think Jules is going to be shocked when she sees what England is really like. It's not like Notting Hill and Love Actually.
But we're going to be in the countryside. We're going to get married. in
Oh,
Essex.
that's nice. It's going to be more romantic. But Essex, you don't
Yeah, it's not gonna
mean
be
you don't
like
mean like
East London.
Romford and Southend when you say Essex.
No. It's going to be near there, but in the green part.
In the green parts. That's cool, man.
Nice.
That's cool. We'll be looking forward to it. Yeah. I don't know if I can be bothered to talk about Cloud Atlas. Are we going to talk about Cloud Atlas?
We better do, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
spent 3 hours watching it.
So you guys hated it, right? You guys thought it was lame.
All right. Keith spent 3.5 years watching Cloud Atlas, so we better discuss it.
Wow.
Cloud Atlas, I thought it was amazing. Amazingly
taking the
bad.
mic now.
Lee bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad. Okay, let's
When I was watching it, there were actually people yawning in the cinema.
Let's
a
get a-
few times.
let's get a consensus out of the
Wow.
four of us. Who actually
It's
liked
clearly
it?
just me who loved it. Clearly,
Keep-
I can sense that already.
Keith, did you like it?
I don't know. I didn't like it or hate it.
That means you didn't like it. Because if you did,
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
come on.
Do you think it was the audience or what? It was just such an emotional thing for me.
I didn't hate it, but I didn't love
But
it.
why? Why?
What was it about anyway?
Because it was so deep on many levels. Do you not think about people who are going through life, making mistakes?
All right, let me do a mini synopsis for our listeners. Then you can give us explain to us why it was so meaningful to you. Okay, so this is a film about these characters, which so this set
sure
of
either.
actors. Yeah, I'm not really sure. There's this set of actors, and there's this like 4 or 5 separate stories in different timelines, and you see these same actors playing these different characters, often with similar themes, and you can see a progression of some of these characters in how they become, some of them from good to bad, some of them are always good, and there's a striving for freedom, and certain themes like reincarnation are visited upon, how a soul can go from one life to the next, and how people's characters and souls can develop through lifetimes, and how your soul may not be your own, and how you may actually be part of a much bigger picture, and how your actions can have consequences in generations beyond your own. And you know, there's a few stories, and they're played interconnected, so you're jumping from one timeline showing the actors playing certain characters to another timeline with the same actors playing different characters, and it can end up a little bit like spot the actor, and then they try to intertwine these stories, and with the meaningful conclusion of how, you know, our souls and lives are intertwined and everything is connected in the universe. This is like a really brief breakdown.
So much going on.
So it starts. There's
I like the way Jules just yawning through that brief explanation of Cloud Atlas.
There's obviously so much going on.
Yeah.
They should just do it in like a TV series or something, not as a movie. I thought like
Okay. I think that movie's wasted on you guys. I really do. I really do. I think you're wasting.
on all three of
I
us.
think the movie was wasting.
I like
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
I like
it was.
that.
I think it was wasting you.
Yeah, I didn't hate it though.
No, okay, fine. No, but I think it's okay to be ambivalent to it. I think it's okay to even hate it. But I think there's a lot there that just may have gone over your head, or you just didn't have any impact with you. I loved the themes. I love the themes of, like, for instance, look at Tom Hanks. If you look at Tom Hanks in the movie, his character progresses. Okay, so he starts at, if you look at the movie through its timelines and go backwards, he starts out as this guy who's quite evil and tries to kill someone to get his money, who fails, and then ends up as a scientist who does a good act, who dies, and then ends up as a rough guy who does another bad thing and kills someone, and then ends up as somebody at the end of the movie who is going through who's had all these bad things happen to him, and you can see the karma of his evil actions before that have led to the culmination of what's happened to his character. But then you see him being redeemed as well. Yeah, I know, it's tiring, I know. And then Halle Berry, you see all the different characters she plays. I mean, some people play characters you don't even realise it's them. Like Halle Berry played in the future, she played the scientist who was taking the chip out of the
Korean
that woman,
lady, right?
Yeah, out of the Korean woman, Sonmi, whatever.
Yeah, the
number.
Korean woman, yeah. Yeah, it's just a few things like that. They all played 6 characters, thereabouts, roughly 6 characters. So it's. I
didn't like that about the film, though. That's actually one of the things that really annoyed me, is why did they use the same
marketing
actors?
gimmick?
I think it would have been far more effective because it's for me it was like 6 stories and they're progressing through souls, aren't they? So they're being reincarnated.
They used the same characters to show you it was the same souls going through reincarnation.
But I think that it would have been more of a culmination and a climax if at the end we found out that they're all related.
You never would have guessed there was the same soul. How can you guess this? Like, Halle Berry plays a white German woman, which the makeup was a little bit dodgy for that, I do admit. But,
I thought the makeup was dodgy for a lot of
it wasn't just that one.
you would never appreciate that's Halle Berry if they didn't have her playing it. It's the same soul going through its progression in life and reincarnation. And I've never seen anything done that well. For me, with the stuff I've been into recently in my life and so on, I guess it resonated with me that it couldn't resonate with you.
I think that's the thing here. It will hit notes with certain people depending on their experiences and their lives, and it may not with others.
Too.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, I guess it just didn't hit the spot. I started to get bored, and I wasn't really that interested in any of the timelines. And I don't like it when science is kind of imposed. So films like AI and stuff like this, where they were...
Okay, my wedding list is going to be... I'm thinking about changing my wedding invitation schedule
What the hell?
You're breaking my heart, man. You're breaking my heart.
Come on, man.
I'll continue. Forgive me.
So I'm not a big fan when films impose science. They make up science. They did that in AI and I hated it. They were saying, oh yeah, these robots took the little boy back in time and then only can do this and that, and they just make up weird things.
And they forced it because they actually talked about it. Halle Berry, Tom Hanks, they said when they received the script, they had 2 roles. Only when, filming was going to start, they realized they had a few more roles. So it is really forced.
Yeah.
They're trying to this whole thing is just a marketing gimmick. And you see how is it possible that, what's that Chinese lady's name? The one from Painted Skin.
Zhao Chun or...
Yeah, Zhou Xun.
Zhou Xun, yeah.
How did she manage to after that become this guy, the small role, and then suddenly became the sister? Is it of Tom Hanks or the wife?
She was the wife in the future story.
So it doesn't make sense. Everything doesn't make sense at all, right?
So apparently in the books, it's not so much the same characters continued. This is something the Wachowski brothers chose to...
I agree with whoever wrote the book, and because... Like I said, I think that was a downfall of the movie.
The Wachowskis chose to do this for this film because they actually added a few elements. It's no longer the Wachowski brothers. I'm sure some of you know. It's now because Wachowski now one.
Yeah.
And that reflects. I don't know. Anyhow, that may not reflect anything. Anyway, let me just quickly explain. So for me, it felt like it was really forced. It was like, this is life. Our souls are like this. We are reincarnated. Our souls continue this journey. Blah blah blah. And it was just all laid out, and there wasn't any hidden meaning or depth to it. It wasn't like you left thinking, "Oh yeah, what did that actually mean?"
Maybe there was, but just that he didn't have time.
I don't know, because it was just all there and you were expected to accept this version of their reality. And so many moments, like
I don't know, I disagree with that. Like, I think the moral of the story is that, you know, throughout the times we're always fighting for freedom. So there's always like corporate interests and, you know, tyranny and domination that we're trying to fight against. And we're always fighting for freedom when we're fighting for love. That's what I understood from it. And actually, that's what I would have really hated it, but at the end I did kind of like it because of that message. And I think I would have enjoyed it more if they kind of emphasized the kind of, you know, corporate domination and stuff that happens in society, like, you know, from slavery to like the, you know, even in the future where they're doing the fast foods chains are cloning people and things like that. I mean, and they're trying to fight for freedom. So I think that, and I read that the book actually emphasized that more than the movie. So I would have liked it, the movie a lot more if it was more truer to the book, I suppose.
Yes, that's frequently the case, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think I agree with that. I mean, nearly every single book I've ever read that's become a movie, I've seen how good the movie is, but I've never appreciated it as much because the book has always been better. And, you know, if this movie was my favourite movie last year, I just think the book may have actually just blown my mind, because I think he was right. That purveying message about corporate corruption and the commoditization of people, black people in the 1849 storyline and the clones in the 2144 storyline. I think that is an amazing correlation. I think that would have been better if it was focused on more. But for me, I took from the film a lot. And, you know, I watched the film in smaller chunks, though. So I watched the film for about an hour and a half, had to stop and do something else, then watched it again a bit later on. So I guess I wasn't as fatigued as maybe some people were, but to me, it gripped me from beginning to end each time I
maybe
was
that's
sitting.
like what Jules was saying. She said that it may have served better to get its message across as a series or something, where you could then get time to digest each segment. Because in a
I think a series would have been amazing. But I think the thing about the movie though is that it has a complex storyline, and then it tells it in a complex way. It doesn't start off with saying this is the beginning in 1849. This is 2321. It kind of mixes things up a bit, where it has a varied plot line, and then it presents it in a varied way.
But it's not.
So for
it's
me,
not that complex. It's just these different timelines, and each timeline has a fairly straightforward story.
It is. If you look at the story, it's very simple. I guess each bit's simple. People do stuff and people die.
Yeah, each story is individually.
Yeah,
simple.
each story is individually quite simple, but
having to understand there's people going through life and reincarnating, it would have been interesting if it was told in a straight way.
But that's the thing. There's no actual hidden meaning. It's just there laid out in front of you.
The way they tell the story is quite convoluted, though, isn't it? Because they start out in a different timeline. They don't just, and they jump forward and backwards in different ways, and then things become apparent later. That's not what happened, isn't it? I'm sure that's what happened, because I did watch it back in October, but I'm very sure that it jumped around a bit.
It jumped from the timelines, yeah. It would jump back and forth through the different, yeah. And then
and it wasn't straightforward for me. It really gripped me, and I found it enjoyable. I loved the way that I felt that parts of the storyline could lose people quite easily, and I don't think they lost me. I loved it. And, you know, the truth would be, when I finally watch it with my fiance, see if she loves or hates it. If she hates, then I'm just going to have to just...
You're going to not marry her.
Yeah.
Have you seen it with her yet?
No, we haven't had time
maybe
yet,
you shouldn't watch it with her.
Yeah, maybe I'll wait till after May.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, the only confusing factor was that it was jumping between the...
that there were 6 storylines and 15
But after it's done that maybe 2 times, then you're already familiar with what it's doing. Then it becomes much easier. Then it's like, okay, we're back to this story and it's doing this. But yeah, like you said, each storyline individually is fairly simple.
Certain elements were done so well. the future, not the far future where everything goes wrong, but Neo Soul in the future.
Neo Soul, which features that guy who looks. They've made him up to look like Neo out of Matrix.
Yeah, that was in the news, wasn't it? That was in the news that they were using yellow makeup for for white Caucasian actors.
It's not good.
Yeah. The makeup was sad, but the future. I thought the future looked good.
The future.
That's 21st century
There was
special
quite
effects.
a few moments where the speeches were touching on the architect level of long-winded, pointless speeches from the Matrix. There was a few times, like when that guy was questioning Son Mi, whatever, before her execution, where he was like, almost like coming. Yeah, it was too reminiscent of the architect for me a few times, and we all remember how ridiculous he was. But for me, it felt like it was that. There wasn't any hidden meaning. The story was laid out quite openly, and what its implications were. I mean, I remember Yao.
Yeah, but why does it have to have a hidden
doesn't.
meaning? Like Avatar didn't have a hidden meaning.
But Avatar didn't
we
claim
like
to be anything, whereas a lot of people are claiming this is like some mind-blowing new religion.
I think a lot of people aren't liking the film, and that's kind of a reflexive, argument to say you didn't understand it. But I think some people just don't like it.
Okay, for me, the some underlying themes was about the whole progression through different lives, and the two cases I felt hit with me the most were Tom Hanks and Hugh Grant. So Tom Hanks goes through this whole evolution of being evil to being redemptive in his different lives, and Hugh Grant just goes from being quite bad to being completely evil.
So you're giving me the true, right? Yeah, you're giving me the true.
I'm giving the true. Yeah, I'm giving the true. So he's the cannibal in the future.
Hugh Grant was the best guy in the film. He was funny. He was just an idiot.
Look, I'll tell you who the best character is in the film. I'm really surprised that they got Johnny Depp as a cameo in that.
Johnny
movie.
Depp.
I didn't notice him at all.
The one where it's like, who's saying, "You're a liar. They're gonna kill you, hide." If Johnny Depp played that character, he'd get an Oscar.
Which character? What are you talking about?
The very, very future, the end point, the one where there are cannibals, and Halle Berry is sending out a message, and there's some dude who's telling Tom Hanks to hide and stuff.
That's
and I was thinking, is that Johnny Depp?
The devil guy. The devil guy.
That's okay, fine. So that's Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, we know. But it should have been
Johnny Depp, man. What the hell?
Should have been Johnny Depp. Yeah, and then people would have loved him for it.
I liked...
and the other impressive cameo I liked was Mrs. Doubtfire as the nurse. That was another good one.
Yeah. I'm not going to share any special things with you guys.
All right, guys.
Let's talk about Dredd.
All right, guys.
Let's talk about Dredd. That's the type of movie I should share with you guys.
No, but Jules hasn't seen Dredd yet, so we can't.
Well, I have, you have, and hasn't Keeb seen it?
Yeah, the three of us have seen Dredd.
So let's talk about Dredd.
Well, we have to keep it short. We're running out of time. Okay, what do you want to say about Dredd?
I thought it was bloody awesome.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I guess that makes three of us.
Yeah.
I guess the wedding's still on. Good. I've still got my invitation. All right. Recap then. So Cloud Atlas, I'm not going to say it's rubbish. I just think it will affect different people in different ways, and maybe that's to the credit of the film. So it sounds like me and Jules we're not that big fans of it.
Score it. Give it a score.
Okay,
then.
if I had to score it, I'd probably give it maybe. It would be low, I'm afraid. I would give it probably a 2.5 out of 5. Jules, what would you give it?
3 out of 5, I guess.
Keep.
We don't score on our show, man.
I'd actually give it a 4 out of 5 because I think everyone should watch it.
Oh, really?
Because it is something to watch.
So it sounds like half.
It might not be to everyone's taste. That's
a pretty good score then.
Yeah, it deserves it.
So if Yao abstains from scoring, then it's an immediate 0. So Yao...
Well, no. I don't think we should score on our show. I think it's ridiculous.
So that's a 0 from Yao, then.
No, I'm just saying this now. If we score Cloud Atlas now, that means we have to start scoring all our films from 0 to 5.
We do score all our films. We've been doing that. We've been doing that for months.
Yeah, it's a 4.5 for me.
All right, good.
That's
good.
4.5 for me.
Good, and we all like Dredd. So
Dredd's a solid 4 for me. Solid 4. That was a good movie.
I think for me it's difficult to score it. 3.5 to 4, something like that for me. It was good.
Nah, easy 4. Because come on, this guy Carl Urban, he
him.
was like, look, Dredd doesn't take off his helmet.
Whereas,
he did that.
Stallone did it after 3 seconds.
Yeah, because Stallone's an idiot. Have you read the Dredd comics?
I've got a couple of
The
them. I
2000 AD.
started reading them in preparation for this movie, so I've read a
Okay.
few of them. Yeah.
When I was 12 years old, one of the guys at school's dad made him get rid of all his comics. He had 250 2000 AD comics.
What?
He gave them all to me. And I read. I just they got destroyed. It's really bad. But
They'll
read
probably be worth
every-
millions now.
They probably be worth a hell of a lot. That was really bad. Matthew White, I think his name. Never mind what his name was. But anyway, yeah, I've read them, and Judge Dredd is an amazing comic. He's really dark. There's a lot of excellent characters in it, and this film really showed the elements of the future that that Dredd is set in. The future of the post-apocalyptic. I guess we're post-apocalyptic now. Apocalyptic?
It's not really apocalyptic. There's no apocalypse.
It's a
Yeah,
dystopian
it's a dystopian
Okay,
future.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you don't know. It is post-apocalyptic.
Is it
it's
meant to
Mega
be?
City 1.
Oh yeah, because
it is.
there's
I mean,
there
everything
was
outside the
ruins.
walls
Yeah, you're
was
right. There were
destroyed.
ruins. Yeah.
And 800 million people live in one city.
Yeah. There were a few
is
mega cities, right, in the comics. I remember it's not just Mega City 1, there's a few, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah, there is.
I never
There's
saw
a
another
few.
Mega City.
Yeah, and they're apparently huge.
They're unbelievably big. They're like countries.
It was cool, but I was still hoping for more action. Like, he doesn't do... There's a lot of gunplay, but there's not a lot of, like... But even in the comics, I guess that's being faithful to the comics. He
but all
doesn't go
does is
hand to
shoot.
hand
He
with
doesn't-
people
he
in the
doesn't come
comics.
through
Yeah.
kick.
And
He's just a badass guy.
And it's more about him being an actual cop. You know, it's not... So if people
And
don't know
Anderson-
Dredd, they might go in expecting a hardcore action movie, but it's not as hardcore as people might expect. A lot of it is just being, you know, so he's a hardcore cop, and you know, and he's really straight
This
laced.
was very true to the comics with the Anderson. So Anderson is a psychic, and this is her in this movie. This is her initiation into becoming the judge, and she's on her test. And during her test, they go into a hellhole and basically get cornered. And it's absolutely well executed with how evil and ruthless the bad woman is. I liked her a lot. I thought she was good. I don't know if you thought she was good.
Yeah. I thought she's good. She's a British actress, right? I think she
I've
did
seen
a
a
good
few
job.
things. She's very
You know the slow
believable.
motion scenes? They use these special cameras which shoot at
Amazing.
3,000 frames per second.
Whoa.
Best slow mo I've ever seen.
Yeah,
that
so-
was the best slow motion I've ever seen. That was unbelievable.
So I know people have said that, you know, they've done that in movies like The Matrix and stuff before, but this is like another level. It's just the level
Yeah.
of detail and everything. It looks really cool.
When the bad lady was in the bath and she was taking the drug and she's moving her arms and the way the water was moving. it was just-
That first scene where she's
wow.
lifting her
And
arm
the
up out of the
music-
bathtub is really cool.
The music was very good. The music, the score was excellent for what you were seeing on screen. It was
And for
well
anyone
depicted.
who's like a audio video file, it's got a great soundtrack. You know, the 3D's like the surround is really immersive. You know, firing up the new Blu-ray player and it sounds great. So anyway, I'm afraid, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up. It's getting late over here in Singapore. It's now 3:12 a.m. So
well.
it's been good catching up, guys. So Cloud Atlas, 50-50. Take a gamble, watch it, see what you think. Judge Dredd, everyone watch it. All right, guys. So it's been good.
Must see.
Yeah, take it easy.
Catch you later, guys.
We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.